Hi, Wolfie here again. Lots of exciting changes in the early part of 2017. For those of you who've seen the inside of what was my workshop, things have changed. I'm now looking to be offering coaching from May onwards on an individual or small group basis. I'm really keen to do it on that level because one-to-one is extremely important. Hopefully subject to funding, which I'll talk about in a minute, be able to sort of keep myself up to go away to sort of various centres, groups, fates, etc. and introduce people to traditional archery. But in addition to the changes here, I have the woodland, which you've probably seen in the videos, which I'm using as a coaching area, and also a field which I've developed for horseback archery use. Hero Horse Archery is now on the move. Named as such because of my boy George, christened him George the Hero Horse, has his own Facebook page. But in that two of my great passions have come together, and everybody needs a bit of a brand or a logo. It's happened. The image you see there and others you see on the internet, well, my good friend Charlie has been extremely helpful in helping brand it, and we're looking to push it forward. So there's now a website going up, Facebook page, etc. So on the basis of changes that are going on, or interesting things that are going on, also you YouTubers have probably seen a whole host of videos I've done with Bodley Bows products. Now I have a great passion for shooting all sorts of bows, etc. But along the way things have cropped up, and little interesting things have appeared. I helped out with the development of the Slick Stick, which was originally their little stick, low poundage beginner's bow, and has had massive success. I came across a guy who'd asked for a slick stick with an altered grip, and saw his bow last year at the Conquest Cup in Istanbul, and was very impressed with that. Following that, I went back to Henry at Bodley Bows and asked him if he could produce a slick stick recurve, but with a similar grip to the plain stick, it's called. Hence giving me a totally universal and totally flexible bow that I could use for horseback archery, and that you can't have an arrow shelf for competitive use, but also was practical and usable and consistent for field archery. In such, most kind of bows without a grip, as it were, a carved grip or shelf center, they're hard to figure out where your hand's supposed to go exactly. So what we've got is a bow that has hand centering, is ambidextrous, arrows are shot off the hand, and can be used for horseback archery, but is originally and initially designed for use for field archery, roving, 3D, whatever. So it is this. Now those that you are following myself on Facebook or have seen the Hero Horse Archery page would know that we have called it the Warrior. A friend suggested it via the fact that I do a number of kind of in costume medieval film and TV work type things, and Warrior seemed like a nice name. Now this is the original version that Henry sent me. A custom version is en route, and from that I will do a more involved video, but I'll give you a rundown on it. The Bubinga center, which is typical to the slick stick, it has centering for the hand, so the positioning is always in the same place. There's no guesswork. It has the bamboo limbs, which are typical on the, I believe the slick stick has them, the quick stick has them, the Mohawk Chief or hybrid, they tend to have these bamboo limbs. Extremely efficient, very stable. Your micarta tips, and other than that, a bit of clear glass. It is simple. For me, over time, simplicity has kind of taken over. To be shooting off the hand, it's simple. It's not complicated. You're not worrying about your shelf, your padding, or anything else. Once you set your knot point based on your hand position, it's easy. It's a very, very lightweight bow. It's very transportable. If you have to go abroad, you just put it in a basic kind of box. And again, I can't say anything other than it's uncomplicated, simple, and just pretty, very well constructed, carries the 30-year Bodnik Bows warranty, as all their bows do, and is available exclusively through myself at Hero Horse Archery. So I will put contacts and details and various things up for this, but I'll give you a slight demo. Just put this back here so you can get an idea of the shape. I've got a target down there. Again, for horseback archery, it's perfect for your blind knocking. See, straight on there. Simple. Straight on. Simple. Straight on. Concentrate on you, should be looking at the target. Simple. No problem. And you can see, workshop environment. It's quiet. It's a nice, uncomplicated bow. No silencers on it. So, quickly again, recurve tips. So it's a recurve version of what will be the slick stick with a simple grip section. Not complicated. Lovely, smooth, simple shaping. So, Bodnik Bows, Warrior, and I believe I'll be even going to sign them. I like this bow that much. I've had this for the best part of a year. I've given it a thrashing, I've given it a good testing, I've used it off horseback. There's photographs on Facebook, etc. with me using it. And it's a great little bow. It's not a production bow as such. It's produced on order. Ends up costing slightly more. I know the slick stick is retailing around the $225 mark. This would be $250. There are going to be custom options, fancy bits, various veneers, etc. Haven't confirmed the cost on those yet. We're waiting to see. But this is the initial glimpse of the Warrior from Hero Horse Archery. Now, on an additional note, I have a fundraiser running. I will put this in this video. The fundraiser for me is to try and achieve something I've needed to do for quite some time, but funds and finances just don't allow it. With running a household, trying to keep the workshop going and other bits and pieces, just the money's just never been there. I have a whole host of bows that are about my draw weight, etc., but I'm not in a position to have a range of bows that are in beginner weights, tri-day weights, kind of suitable for people who've never shot before. And to go with that, to be able to take it places, etc., I need the safety equipment that goes with it. I need the portable target bosses, I need the backdrop safety nets, collapsible things, and ideally, if the fundraiser is good enough, I'll get a kind of a wet weather cover so it's a bit more sort of pleasant for people to do it in all conditions. But I would like to be able to do that, to go to shows, to fetes, do demos, get people involved in traditional archery. Now, it will happen, and it will happen fundraiser or not. It's just going to take a long time if I don't get the help. Now people, I've had some amazing donations and I've had some amazing assistance. I mean, Charlie helping me with this lot, and people sending me kind of anonymous stuff and some odd bits and pieces of kit and equipment and offering to produce arrows, etc. at whatever cost is phenomenal. But the bulk of it requires some extra funding. I will put the link on this as well, and if any of you are willing to put a small donation down, £5, $5, whatever upwards. I mean, someone sent an anonymous donation of 150 quid, which is mind-boggling. But that helps massively. It helps me get the kit together, it helps me move forward, and it helps me be able to do that kind of stuff, the experience days and try days, at a far lower rate, a far more affordable rate and more interesting rate to people who want to have a go than the general sort of coaching, etc. I'm hoping to do from here. Again, the coaching, I don't expect it to attract masses of people, but if I can get the odd person now and again, or the odd couple or group, for me that'll be fantastic. I want to convey what I've learned, and they can take it away with whatever else they've learned or whatever else they're going to learn from other people and benefit from it. I love archery. I love the combination I've got with the archery and the horses now. But this is easy to convey, it's easy to pass on, and it's not complicated. So if you can help, then please do, because I want to bring this simple and very rewarding sport and pastime to anyone and everyone I can. That's my mission. So again, I'll put my GoFundMe contact on this, as well as any other information you need. But this bow, the Warrior, is now about to be, I say not in production, but it's available for sale. So people who place orders now, then they'll get them in 4 to 6 weeks time. What I thought I'd offer as a small incentive, a friend of mine, Paul, sent me some samples of some leatherwork cut with his fancy machines, and I figured for the first 10 Warriors that get sold, a little bit of bonus might be a Hero Horse Archery leather bracelet. So very simple, just got the logo on it, but I thought for the first 10 bows that go, I'll put one of these in. But what can I do? I've got to add value. So I appreciate you spending the time to watch this. Hero Horse Archery is up and running. You can find us on Facebook. You can find me again on Facebook, and keep watching on YouTube. You'll see loads coming on. So thanks for watching, and if you can, donate, and if you're interested, the Warrior, it's here. Thanks.